Okay, we are live. I had to do this update really quick, because I was trying to be pretty social for once and actually like respond to people and have conversations, and I completely lost track of time. I had less than 5 minutes ago when I realized that I was about to stream, but barely made it on time. So I'll be setting things up while we are doing this. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Copy. Paste. I can usually do this by the time the song is over. Oh, it actually went to the correct song. Okay, what are we doing on time? Hold up, gotta restart. Ah, cool. Hey guys. I'm still setting things up, but I'm almost done. I'm playing some DDLC music in the background. The title is a lie. Yeah, I'll talk about it in a sec. Okay, I just need to finish this Facebook post, and we will be okay, let's see here. Okay, home, get the link. Okay, there we go. Copy, go to Facebook, paste, and we are done. Yeah, I'm using the Mandarin version because A, it's awesome, and B, copyright strikes are... It's a fan song of a fan song in Mandarin, so I think I won't get in trouble for this. Let's see, let's try out the controllers for a bit. Yeah. I actually don't know where the audio is gonna come from, but hopefully everything is gonna be set up correctly. Let me fix the title. Oh, I have plenty of folders. I started out doing them by genre, but after a while that got boring, so I started making up my own genres. So here we have Might and Magic, we have Bundle and Retro, Sports, Sports, and we have the FGC folder, SNK has their own folder, and Muso games, and also this game doesn't go in a folder. But yeah, just keep enjoying the music. Let's see, everything is set up, I believe. I got one... okay, never mind. Let's see if I can set up a giveaway real fast. But yeah, don't mind me. I'm just setting up things in the last second because I decided to try to be a bit social, actually talk to people a bit for once. Let's see. There we go. Hey, TNG the Neko Gamer. Hello? Welcome to the stream. I'm horrible. I'm totally off schedule. Like I said, I was trying to actually engage with people for once. And I completely forgot the track of time. So I got here like when I had 30 seconds to go. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Everything is done. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we are playing. We're playing this game, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which recently came out. It's the new version of the game. And DDLC is a special kind of beast because it's... Oh. Look, I'm gonna leave the music on for a bit. It started out as a free game on Steam. Yeah. But it's for, I don't know, the VOD. This is the new version. Started out as a free game on Steam. It is peculiar. I have not actually played this version of the game at all. I bought it on the same day it came out on the PS4 and I've been waiting to play it ever since. I wanted to save it for this stream where we usually play horror games. And Doki Doki is kinda a horror game, I guess. It's a psychological horror for sure. I think. Now, let's see. Oh, hello, Aria. Well, yeah, I mostly lurked for like a long time, so and then I had to do my own thing. Wanted to raid, but yeah, it's adults only. Is that it? I need to figure out how to do a raid because I could have done one for you like last time, but apparently you went live like in 30 seconds after I tuned out. Yeah, it might be that my channel is set to mature only. I don't know if that actually affects things. I'm not sure. But yeah. Let's see here. Let's if you know what happened to Monica, it just makes me feel sad for her, to be honest. Like, knowing her full story, I kinda don't blame her too much. She wanted a happy ending. There are no happy endings in these games. That's... I mean, we did get one last week because that game makes it way too easy to actually get a happy ending. But yeah, we just played the Devil Came Through Here trilogy on the recent streams, and those games are not happy at all. This is no exception. In the Devil Came Through Here, there is precisely one character who probably gets a happy ending. Everybody else is just either miserable or die. Anyway, let's get this started, because I'm super excited to see how this game works on a console. Like, it doesn't even... how do you even do the ending on a PS4? I am so curious. I do have an idea. I think maybe... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I think maybe the game itself simulates the PC, and that's how you do it, because the ending of this game shouldn't be possible on a PS4. I don't know how you would actually do that. On a PC, fine. PS4, PS4 doesn't let you do stuff like that. Yeah, okay, so we have a fake menu. So this is how they're gonna do that. Let's see here. We have some pictures. That's just a character art. They look like they did on the PC version. Do we have any mail? No. Files? Oh, I see. Side stories. Let's see. The side stories are friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes. That makes sense. That's actually a pretty good idea. Let's see here with the music. Is this the song we were just playing? Yeah. This is the song you heard in the intro. Anyway, we should probably just start the game. I actually have no idea what they changed in this version. I bought it immediately. I didn't even look at the trailer. I saw the trailer, I saw the game came out, and I was like, yep, sold. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Very true. Especially about the children part, because god damn. Yeah. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. I mean, they will for like quite a while, but once the thing happens, then oof. It should be good for like an hour though. Like, this game pretends that it's this wholesome thing. I mean, it's totally wholesome. Would you like to review detailed content warning about... No? Which one is actually... Yes, contains spoilers. I'll give people a heads up in the chat when the thing is about to happen. I think I know what that scene looks. as long as they didn't dramatically change the scene, I will know when it's about to hit. I'll just tell you. Let's see. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Wow, this game. Jesus. Even Outlast 2 does not have this many warnings. And that game is messed up. DDLC is nothing like that. Okay. Character art looks the same. Please enter your name. Okay. Mika. Oh, wait. Technically... Yay! We don't have, I thought they were supposed to add voice acting? How does this menu even work? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I just sighed and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Again, how does this menu work? Oh, okay. Let's see about the settings. Auto for time. Text, audio, sound. Okay. I guess we don't have voice acting. Well, you'll just have to do with me then, I guess. Let's see. Can you? Oh yeah, auto. Okay. Yeah, let me know if you would just rather read, or if you want me to try to voice act this. She overslept. You said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Mika. People stare at you for acting weird, and I don't. Oh. Let's see. Maybe I should slow the text down a bit because it's going by pretty fast. Let's see here. Okay. Text speed is fine. Wait time is yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that should work. Yeah. You want me to leave auto scroll off? Should I read what it actually says? Because I can probably do that. It would be good practice. Either way, Sayori is just catching up to the person playing main character. So they had a discussion about how. Okay, I'm gonna try this then. Okay, so we cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Because I figured you could just mute me if you don't like it and just read the text. By the way, Mika, have you decided on a club to join yet? I mean, we already know which one we're gonna join, it's in the title. But yeah, a club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Yeah, I can try to do some voices. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. A NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I guess I'm gonna sort of assume that people know what a NEET is. It's a shut-in. A person who like spends all of their time in a room playing games or watching anime or doing whatever. Like never go outside. It's at least a thing in Japan. Apparently it's at least a somewhat significant problem. I'm not actually sure what the numbers are, but it's common enough that they have a word for it. I actually know people like that, so that are dangerously close to being in that situation. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I don't know what the voice of the main character is. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Let's see, don't know if I'll stick around because as much as certain things tend to interest me, Hexelf plays stuff that really gets mind-bendy for people with anxiety issues with. Yeah, like I said, it won't get mind-bendy for quite a while. But when it does, it's a ride. But yeah, I appreciate the lurk. Like, yeah. You do whatever you feel comfortable with, because yeah, this is this game is a ride once it gets going. Let's see here. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. That was quick. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ah, he has no choice, huh? Or actually, they have no choice, because the main character is actually not defined by gender, technically. Everybody assumes it's a guy, except Monica, who doesn't make any assumptions about that. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. That's a veiled insult. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... No, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Of course she is. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature, wow, hard to say that. Words are hard. My interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Then I need to work on my anime girl voice, because there's gonna be a lot of those. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Indeed. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl 2. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Mika, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. Yeah. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says quietly into my ear. Oh, she was whispering. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Ah, you have returned. We are still at the intro. I'm trying my best to do voices, but there are so many characters that are all women. And I don't know which anime girl voice to go with, and also I'm not that good at the thing. Yuri appears to be comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. She smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica? Come sit down, Mika. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Such a wholesome game. Yeah, that's Natsuki. She makes cupcakes. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray. A wrapped tray? Okay. And Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Still no choices. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. For the memes. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Oh wait. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I like you or anything. Made them for you or anything. My bad. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns on the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Whole tea set in the classroom. Yeah, I can see that. Probably. I can't imagine, like, my own school, like, that they would have a beef with that. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider that I need to practice this word. This game is gonna be good practice. Okay. So, what made you consider joining the literature club? Damn it, maybe I should read on the screen. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was just practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? How could you... You could probably be a board member for any of the other major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Huh. I'd much rather take something personal I personally enjoy and make something... I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature club, then I am fulfilling that dream. Monika is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. I mean, if you're a bookworm. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different goals, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Mika, what kind of things do you like to read? Okay, do we do the thing where I respond as the player or as myself? Because you know I'm all about reading about the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Like, whoa. ROT3K. Yeah. I also enjoy an author called Palagikvist. He wrote The Dwarf, which is my favorite book of all time. I've read, I don't know, I have like 10 copies of that book at home, like various editions. But enough about me. Well, considering how little I've read over the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Damn it. Manga. Okay, I read that a lot. Fits of North Star. Yeah. Or Blamu. Or Yuri. Lots of Yuri. Like an embarrassing amount. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Natsuki's onto something. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, after seeing your sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Warhammer 40k books? Yeah. Here goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Foreboding. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh yeah, about that. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes start over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori sides up with Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, write your own poems? Oh, wait. Wrong character. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to... Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Trophy time. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Mika? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There is still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Mika... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if my writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcakes. I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Mika, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Mika, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Ah, that's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after class for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day in school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, trophy time. We're gonna write a poem. Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Okay. I'm gonna try to write one for Natsuki. Yeah. This is for our trophy. You gotta finish a poem in 20 seconds. Okay. Marshmallow. Sugar. Lucky. Promise. Color. Shiny. Whisper. Kawaii. Bliss. Cute. Play. Parfait. Climax. Aura. Damn it. Flying. Playground. Vibrant. Tenacious. Lollipop. Cheer. Whew. Was that a trophy? Is that enough for a trophy? Because, damn. 20 words in 20 seconds? That, you should just be mashing at that point. Damn it. Okay. We'll, have to give that another try. Just really mash next time. There's also one for, like, taking your time. Like, really take your time. Anyway. Hi again, Mika. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Mika. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Oh yeah, the game actually does. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki found herself between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Mika always gave it his best as long as he's having fun. Yeah, we totally did our best with that poem. I mean, we tried to do it as quickly as possible, but damn, we did not get that trophy though. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning up my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Mika can be good friends too. Sayori? Defying Zero, hello. We are playing DDLC. I'm doing my best to do voiceovers, even though I'm terrible at it. Yes! The Plus version. Well, I finally found out how they decided to solve the ending on console, because you know the thing that you can't do on a PS4, but you totally can on a PC. They found a way around that. Yeah. The thing. We're not there yet though, we're just starting out. We wrote one whole poem. I tried to speedrun it to get the trophy, but apparently I failed because I hesitated for like a second. Anyway, as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, you even brought something today, you know? Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Yeah, we'll work on it. I did have a quick look at the trophies. One of them, I'm not sure what they mean, but we'll see. Let's see. Me? Not really. Oh yeah, one of them is to get the true ending. And getting the true ending is takes a while. You need to play the game like 4 times, the whole thing, at least. Possibly more. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't you worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. I'm trying to do my suave voice. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. I don't actually remember if the game tells you what book it is, but if it's a short book and she thinks he likes horror, I'm gonna go with Edgar Allan Poe, because Edgar Allan Poe wrote a lot of like relatively short and easy to read stories, but they have a lot of meaning to them. Like, they actually make great reads. That's probably obvious. Like, he's American, and if there are, I mean, I know there are Americans watching right now, so you probably have that as mandatory reading in your school. I know I did, but the guy is actually good. Like, yeah, American horror authors are some of the best, especially the 19th century ones. Anyway, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? freaking Monica. She never put my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Yeah, I was trying to go for the Natsuki route, but I was also trying to speedrun the poem. Apparently I need to speedrun the poem harder, but I can't also want to stay on this path. What is that supposed to mean? I see. There is a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I'll pull out the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating thing in the world. Wow, she needs to see my bookshelf, because there's a lot of that. Oh, I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. What's that? Parfait Girls. It is a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it for the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Mika. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Ta-da! In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. So, Sailor Moon. It is exceedingly moe. I think that's how you pronounce that? Moe? Yeah. Don't just stand there. Wow. Natsuki grabs my hands and pulls me out of the closet. She takes the seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh, why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer and reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of this since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of a plot. Hey, this MC is I like slice of life myself. At least in anime, manga. Yeah, also manga. So it's the realism part I mean, real life doesn't have a plot, does it? Anyway, I can't agree. Blah. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean... Well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you to get to know the characters better. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when they get into all the backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it good. What makes it so good. I want to say probably my favorite anime is Maria-sama ga Miteru, or Marimite for short. That kind of like a slice of life class S type. It's all about the interpersonal stuff and the drama. I can't sell that anime very well because it sounds super boring. But Marimite is super good. And it also has the advantage where you don't really need to watch a lot to get into it. If you want to give it a try, just watch the first episode, because the first episode it does all of the things that the show does really well right away. So if you don't like it by then, you can stop watching, because the first episode is so good. You should watch it though, because there is a scene in the first episode of Marimite that is in so many other fucking manga and anime. So it would be nice to, like, just watch it so that you will know where that scene is actually from. Like, so you actually know it when you see it in all of these other shows and manga. Just had to have a sip of water as well. It's really hot, so stay hydrated, people. If you haven't had a sip of water in a while, maybe you should. So, yeah, let's keep going. There are so many touching parts. Oh, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. It's full power. Ha, good save. This chapter seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? Doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable. Oh, there's the laugh. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. There is actually a lot of stuff in manga that is what is the word? You know how like a lot of Japanese video games are about like the joy of washing, cleaning, cooking, eating healthy, joining school clubs, being responsible, you know, that sort of thing. Sort of like edutainment, like a lot of their stuff is supposed to make you think that, yeah, even there's like one of the Ghibli movies that I saw on Netflix, Arrietty. The movie's like super good. I love it to bits. Like one of my favorite movies, especially on Netflix. But there is a scene where the main character helps her mom like hang clothes that have been washed up to dry in the sun, and she seems to think it's a fucking adventure, like it's super fun, and that she does it for fun. And as much as I like the movie, that scene just made me think that main character is crazy. Like, who the hell enjoys washing? Because I sure don't. I mean, I'll do it, but not for fun. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? This scene. This angle will come back. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Question mark. You don't? That's not, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Did you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They think manga is just for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express with words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone! Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just needed to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Haha. Ah. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and I hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Oh yeah, but... Monika just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It'd take forever for you to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start on the next one. And if it gets bent, I will kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone is ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting where I sit. Pristine handwriting. Huh. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Which poem should I read first? We can leave this up to the chat, perhaps. Whose should we read first? Should we do Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monika? I know this actually sort of affects the path. If we want to keep going on the same path that we're already on, which is Natsuki, we should read her first. If we want to screw things up early on, we should pick Monika. It won't make too much of a difference if we read Sayori. And we can switch paths if we pick Yuri. So, which one do we do? Dun, 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 dun. I'm just gonna have some more water. Okay. Have we decided yet? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monika. Stay on the path, switch path, screw with things, or... Okay. Guess it's up to me to pick then, because gonna be Natsuki. Any objections? Going on 1, going on 2, going on 3. Natsuki, sold. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all... Never mind, I don't feel like giving you all my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would have been more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying that you liked it. Natsuki's retort caught in her throat. You're so... You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or loss if you like my poem. In any case, you still need me to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps you bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's do... Sayori is the best friend. Monica is the former classmate. Yuri is Yuri. Eeny, meeny, miny. No. Oh wait, let's do a Swedish one. Ole, doff. Konke, lane, koff. En gul knapp sa att du slapp. Ole, doff. Sayori. This is a good poem, Mika. Are you sure it's your first time? of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Guess you're right. But I guess that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promises. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori still sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Let's see here. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't just answer a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast? I got all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hey, that was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write a best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Everything is so normal. Hi Mika. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but guess I have to. Ahaha! Don't worry, Mika. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past real soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Mika. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Aha! Oh jeez. Oh no. Kinda makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they'll only be a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning. Super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. So I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. No, hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. Wow, hard words. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I feel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you could call it. Sorry, I'm not really the person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between word and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Oh, we just try that. Did I do good? What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. She sure did. She sure did. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get down. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Anyway, another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her... She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is that new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Okay, let's try to do that. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ooh, this handwriting. Let's see here. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh. I'm sorry I have such terrible hand. Oh wow, she caught us. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was. But it took you a long it took you a long time to read. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost. It's not about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express themselves... Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Whew. That is a lot of reading. How is everybody doing so far? I need to rest my voice for a bit. Let's do a giveaway. Let's see here. Okay. I got the code for today's giveaway. Is Secret Neighbor. It's part of the Hello Neighbor series. It's a horror game. If you're into a horror game, you can have this this sequel. Let me put something in the chat. Here is the trailer for the game that we're giving away. If you play the Hello Neighbor, you know what this is. It is just the normal version of the game. The chat is paused because of scrolling. What does that even mean? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the giveaway. Secret Neighbor, the horror game. If you want the game, just type 39 in the chat with letters. THIRTYNINE. Because Sankyu-san is the one giving away the game. You want it, you get the code for free. Defying Zero, congratulations, you got the game. Secret Neighbor is about to be yours. Congratulations. Let's see, I will send it on Twitter. You should check your messages in a tiny bit. Let's see here. Let me just confirm. Your name is Francis Albert IGN on Twitter. That's the name. Okay, there we go. The code is now in your chat inbox. Yeah. Very cool. How do you like the game so far? It seems a lot like the PC version. There's a different HUD, but you actually can't see it right now. Yeah. Okay, we can go back to the game. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. Oh, have you played the game before? Also, should I keep reading or should I just scroll the text? I've been trying to do my best reading the thing. I'm like DDLC. Secret Neighbor, yeah. DDLC is, yeah, I'm asking about this particular game. I don't know if you saw the new HUD, but it's basically like a sort of simulated computer where the PS4 game itself has a PC-like menu. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the game was free forever, so, yeah. Well, yeah. Do you think I should I try to keep reading? I have a slight cold, so I might be coming off as a bit nasal, and I'm not used to reading like this. English is not my first language. So, I'm definitely doing my best. And it is pretty fun, but I kind of struggle with some of the sentences. Always trying to improve my English though, so this is very interesting. I kind of expected this one to have voiceovers, but it clearly doesn't. It's not even in the options as far as I can tell. Okay. I think it would make for a interesting chat, VOD. Plus, it's good practice. Anyway, I'll try to keep going. We'll see how it goes. Considering some of the stuff that comes later, we will see how that goes. But I'll try for as long as I can. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Hello, Monica. Oh, Monica from DDLC. Hey, should I be worried? This is, interesting. What's up, Monica from DDLC? What is up with that name? Are you a developer? Or role player, perhaps? Should I be concerned? Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Yeah, that just happened. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out... It really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Mika did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Mika liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Mika appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Mika started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you, they both say. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards me as they just noticed I was standing there. Mika, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait. There's no reason why we have so many deep and expressive... There is a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Mika? Well... How did I get dragged into this situation in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So, of course, it's going to be, let's see here, Natsuki, Yuri, or help me, Sayori. Just Sayori, just Sayori, just Sayori, just Sayori. Yeah, we're going with Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I've racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Ahaha! Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me, Natsuki voice whines. Look, What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Nod, 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 nod. Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Ah! Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters, barely audible. Yuri. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So, you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Mika. Sheesh. She takes a deep breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayuri and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I have been permanently banned from this channel. Please review the Twitch terms of services from... What? Somebody got banned or I got banned? Oh, okay. Somebody apparently said something inappropriate. It's a prank, bro. Haha. Oh, okay. What? Okay. I was like, I haven't even gotten to the good part yet. How the hell did something get banned? We haven't even done we haven't even done the thing yet. At least wait until then. I'll make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Mika. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around here we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the classroom. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Man, I almost did a meme. Ah, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Hey. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. What about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk about it with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I plan to speedrun this thing, so no. Think to myself, I did learn a little bit about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Mika, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it this either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That really was the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them, I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Mika, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop here? Does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, let's do this. Uh-oh. Trophy get. You will have to ask the person in question who typed out that message by themselves in the chat. Another day passes and it's time for a club meeting yesterday. I didn't do anything, by the way. I haven't done the thing that might get me banned. It's been super PC so far. I haven't even seen the horror bit yet. That thing is still some ways to go. I'm not even sure we're gonna get there today, because it takes a while. This game is very nice so far. I have no idea who I wrote a poem to. I literally just did a trophy, so this is gonna be interesting. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Mika! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and all its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry, or you wanted an excuse to take a walk. Or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. Whoa, I gotta give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening, and her face is in her book, as always. Ah, I wasn't listening to you or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Mika to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did do something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club, and she never even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me a little more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto her desk. Whack! Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Restitution. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Ha 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 ha. Natsuki, that's not so nice. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. All yours look good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Hey. Sayori gets out of her seat behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Aw, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly lands down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri laughs as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where is Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Haven't heard anything either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had to do something today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... Wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano? Piano? Wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. This is a major plot point, by the way. Monika playing the piano, keep that in mind. I always wanted to learn piano. That's cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yeah, the piano is a huge thing. Just keep it in mind. It's important to remember. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mika. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yeah, Sayori just devours snacks. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Okay, so the scene will be based on a poem that we wrote, and I have no idea what I picked. Looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down on the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all of the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? That's relatable. Anyone who tried to stream, yeah, about that. Okay. And after they come, we can do the thing that speaks to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Ahaha, good thinking. Natsuki would love that. Oh, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who was troubled finding motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wow! I open my eyes and find Sayori's face filling my vision. Apparently we got the Sayori path for this one. Otherwise we would be talking to Natsuki or Yuri. Possibly Monica, but actually getting the Monica is pretty hard. I mean, if you know, you know, but she's the least obvious. Yuri likes poems about dark stuff like murder, blood, ghosts, and stuff. And Natsuki likes stuff about cute animals, fluffy things, clouds, dreams, cupcakes. Sayori likes actually kind of a variety of things, but food helps. He's kind of a mix of the two. And Monica is I actually have no idea. Strawberries, I think, for Natsuki. Yeah, probably. Usually it's like, if you want to write for Yuri or Natsuki, it's actually pretty easy. Sayori is a little more... It's a little more difficult because she likes like a variety of things. She's not like one line. Monica, I actually have no idea. Never tried to do her path because I don't know how. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? Because he'll totally join that. Are you staying up late? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have the less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Man, I need to work on my anime girl laugh. I'll practice later. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days in the past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. There's a lot of the this. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Around my fingertips, down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. Oh, I know that. Damn. I brush my hair every morning before work. And, damn it. I get back home, have to do it again. And the next morning after that. And when I get home. And then the next morning after that. And so on. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You meanie. You don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button the blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Huh, I haven't actually gotten this scene before. This is funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird, all weird about it, stupid. It's okay though, I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? I did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that so loud. Anyway, they look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Zara's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Zara hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Yeah, because that's what her character art looks like. Phew, that's so much better. Zara puts her arms out and twists around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't really say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man. And it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Mika, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori really trusts a way to retrieve her poem. Okay, let's do Natsuki again. And then do you have a really... Wait. I need to check the chat. Sorry, I was so engrossed in... You have a really pretty voice and your avatar is really pretty. Wow, okay, thank you. I guess I have to type that out. Thank you for tuning in. The avatar is the mascot, Sankyu-san, aka 39-second Dakiao. She's supposed to look like Dakiao from Dynasty Warriors, cause you know, Muso Monday. So thank you. Also, I'm man, I'm a little embarrassed now, but yeah, I do try my best. So yeah, if you keep watching, you'll hear a lot of my voice. Well, it's not terrible, But it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Oh yeah, because this one wasn't... Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of one of Sayori's poems from yesterday. Oh, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength, but you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of her words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Aria, if you're still in the chat, this lady's for you. She won't be friends with someone who likes spiders. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. But she's gross because she likes spiders. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like... Yeah, but it's a funny poem. I like it. I like it. It's yeah, spiders. Like anyone who would agree with the subject of this poem, it's just an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I'd rather it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if other people found out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Oh man, I like this character so much. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. He's very assertive. Let's see here. Let's do Sayori, because we got her story part. That expression, wow. Oh my goodness, this is so good! I love it, especially after yesterday's poems. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall, can I? Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Yeah, like I said, she's a bit random. It's almost like if you put too much effort into pleasing everybody, you can get Sayori to be the one who likes your poem. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's Mika's poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Wow, that sentence was a mouthful. Sayori hugs the sheets against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure exactly that's how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. I really like how they actually do explore how you can do poems in a variety of ways, like that are actually legit. Like all of these points that these characters are making and poetry writing, it's like all of them are valid points. If you can write a poem that just makes people feel, that it's totally viable. If you can, you know, use style to make it like snappy, that's a good thing. If you can like say something that is very different, that is a thing. You can try to do all of the things at once, but it's pretty hard. So yeah, write what you know. Anyway, honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Oh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Ah, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little both. There's a word for that, right? It's the word I'm looking for. Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, sorry. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help you give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Hey, this is hard. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Heard this? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Mika. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Let's see. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight that makes amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging, digging, and scraping, and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out for each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe I'm not used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about this. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, haven't you? Let's see. Just for it, I wish to make it known, I have been lurking in the background here. Just have so many streaming things right now that it's hard to keep active in all, especially when also having to mod some of them. That is totally fine. That is totally fine. I'm just reading the scripts anyway. I try to keep my eyes on the chat, but it's I'm also reading on another screen. But hey, even if it's a lurker, I still appreciate it. Let's see. I've gotten pretty passionate. You've gotten pretty passionate about this. I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sarah's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this was one of those times. It's not gonna be one of those times because this is what the game is about. I mean, yeah. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard to be pessimistic. Let's do Yuri so that she doesn't get to be last. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done. Your skills are already improving. Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. I could mention I actually did some writing classes where I did a lot of poems, and I still actually have them. In my experience, it's like writing down your feelings like that is actually like incredibly difficult at first. Getting the style down to write a poem, like, because there are multiple ways to do, like, you can do like A, B, A, B, A, B sort of rhyming, or you can do like alliteration, or you can do like wordplay, like all of that you can figure out as long as you have a good grasp of like language. But like actually putting down something meaningful, that's personal, that's the hard part. The formula for writing a poem, like, that's the easy part, at least in my opinion. Because everybody can learn how to rhyme, everybody can learn how to do alliteration, but like, writing personal stuff is, especially sharing it with others, that took practice. But yeah, so that's one of the things I liked about this. Yeah, it's a very intimate exercise. That's certainly, and that's a certainly interesting technique. That sentence was, oh well. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? She nods. Okay. This is another one of those hard to read. The raccoon. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing a bread of a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I get the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. The moon Yeah, urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I am merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, a classic Pavlovian conditioning. Thank God I knew that word. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. Feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. Yeah, elegant writing. Still, her style is it's that she uses certain unusual words like Pavlovian. Like I just read that and I was like, thank God that I know that Pavlovian is a word and I know what it means. But if I hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to read that. But the poem itself is great. Given the character, it's not actually that hard to figure out what it is. If you don't know, you will definitely find out before the game is over. I'll just say that. No spoilers. It's a very personal poem for Yuri, is what I'll say. The raccoon is definitely symbolic. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Ah, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. Just... God. But it's supposed... I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. Yeah, Monica. Hi again, Mika. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. Alright, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Yeah. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. I actually don't know what we wrote about, so... We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when you're reading your poem. Sure not you're reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I feel like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. Let's take a look. Okay. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The voice, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing chalkboard on a turntable, like playing vinyl on pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Yeah, that is an unusual, the colors they won't stop, flashing expand red, green, blue, cacophony of meaningless noise. Violent grating waveforms. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless load me. It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just that it's the kind of thing I've never really seen before. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. And it is indeed a bit of work, but gladly do it and support those I care about with the views and when I can. Yeah, aw. Thank you. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poem, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in front of me in the classroom. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. We really have to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the posters, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys... No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri has never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. It's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over it. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway. Let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She stands up on the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. She begins to recite her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotions behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation? Yeah. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem's called... You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as he starts reading the poem. Just moments ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Like quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the writing fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one who starts applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught us so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds her poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops on her chair and starts cheerfully walking towards the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah ha 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 ha. Sorry, I giggled. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or you're in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out in the best way. I see. Okay then. She begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her voice made... her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Mika liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Hey! Sayori from DDLC. We're getting a lot of characters from DDLC today. Is this gonna be a thing now? Hello. At least it's not Monica. Oof. Also, Sayori. Sorry about the thing. You get well soon. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenge you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. So who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Mika. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Mika lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get this over with, but it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with the one I wrote today. I stand up and stand in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else is. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that I'll improve over time, though. Maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Ugh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Yeah, Natsuki's poems are definitely easier to read than the others because they are pretty snappy, and like she even says herself, they are Like they use a lot of simple words, and they focus more on like snappy like a beat. Like they're easy to like read out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down after giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, though. Well, I guess that in that case, you won't have to worry about the you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Oh, feel a sneeze coming on. I'm sorry. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably just find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all of this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think it's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna write another poem and get people's reactions on that before we finish up. So we're gonna keep it going for a little while longer than usual. Otherwise, this would have been the end, but I kind of want to get to a certain part. Let's see. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Mika, we don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, was I spacing out? Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with the words. Let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would still walk home with Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would really deserve it if she wanted to, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? It's kind of weird thing, Sayori, to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Yeah. Okay. I do believe that there is a trophy for like really stalling on this one, so we're gonna really take our time. Let's see. I guess a good way to do that is to read every single word. Prayer, whisper, massacre, fear, vacation, crimson, vivid, cheeks, climax, lollipop. Let's write one for Yuri. Massacre, misery, twirl, question, cage, rose, tenacious, essence, candy, portrait, bubbles. Misery, uncontrollable, sticky, warm, heart, vertigo, secretive, secretive, insight, headphones, hope, dazzle. Vertigo is a word I like. Horror, kiss, lazy, blanket, music, nibble, jump, sensation, vivacious, rain cloud. Nightgown, feather, whirlwind, breathe, peace, unrestrained, chocolate, hurt, judgment, beauty. Bouncy, treasure, games, broken, flee, meager, desire, melody, fun, heaven sent. Heaven sent. Is that one word? That sounds like Swedish. We do that a lot. Like a lot. Half of our language is just words squished together like this. Anyway, oh, yeah, okay. Doki Doki Poetry Slam. Huh. Yeah. I figured out what what Monica likes. It's all of these words: lust, nightgown, like the sexy stuff. I just noticed. Boop. But yeah, let's write for something for Yuri. What's entropy? Death. You notice the characters down there bouncing, like if you take Graveyard, you see Yuri jump. You see the characters down there, like who those characters are, like let's see here. Oh. Covet. Huh. Disaster, bad, precious, flying, skirt, alone, giggle, fireworks, love, eternity. Depression, defeat. Effulgent. What does that mean? Okay. Doki Doki. Name drop. Extraordinary. Is that a Yuri word? No, it wasn't. Damn it. I'm not sure I got this right. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. We're practicing piano. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess a passion? Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you, of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Huh? Never mind. Let's just focus on the event for now, okay? Hey, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting in the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers on her desk. Mika, what's up? Hey, this might be a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly rubbing an eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Mika. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really liked this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it for now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her. Are you sure about that? It seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Mika. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different than it always has been. Hehehe, you're so funny, Mika. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so would you just forget about what I said? I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. She smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to take her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice quiet so I can't hear her from here. I sigh and let sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down on me so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Hey, you! I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried, I was just... She glances down on her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. Oh, that's right, something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait much longer. Jeez, now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something is bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave. I'll leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbled that last part. I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened. Oh, Natsuki excels. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're the best friend, right? I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Oh, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be more obvious. Yeah. Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with her books she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not! Jeez. If you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay, let's try with Yuri. Mika, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion you poured into it. Is this the result of what I was suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job of explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yours visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Oh, that's where that line's from. Huh. Music changed. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, People just laugh at me. People would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiles sadly. Mika, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people. People you just want to fall in love with. Or perhaps you just know who would, people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers, or problem solvers who discovers the mysteries of life. So, when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've made at least one success, wouldn't you? Oh, if you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Okay, we get the hard one right away. Okay. Beach. I marvel, millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath grey rolling clouds and endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundation until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Take. You say that you didn't even want to write about it? You haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I will... It was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing style or thought process. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to call my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, now we want to do Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well... You don't need to worry what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Yeah, we did. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making your friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you. Sayori, is there something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else right now, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling alright. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Yeah, we didn't actually get to read her poem. She just left. Yeah. Things are starting to happen. But, man, the time. We are running half an hour late, and I'm so sorry, but I really need to be wrapping things up. So, yeah, we will continue this next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Things are about to get interesting. But yeah, like I said, it takes a while for the game to get moving, and it's only slowly starting to get moving right here. So we will make a save. No, save. There we go. I really need to figure out how this thing actually works. How do you actually get to the side menu? Is that it? No? Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to like figure out how the controls actually work. But yeah. This has been the opening to DDLC. We will continue next week. Same, like I said, same bad time, same bad channel. I'm also hoping to improve the stream because I'm still not getting notifications. I'm gonna have to ask for help on that. I thought I had it figured out, but haven't. Yeah. But yeah, we are done for today. Congratulations to Defying Zero, who got the free game giveaway, Secret Neighbor. Let me know how that game plays. I actually have not played it myself. And yeah, we'll be back on Monday as well to do more Muso stuff. We will be continuing Dynasty Warriors 4. And we will be playing Zenyi. It's truly gonna be the Zenyi episode, because we're gonna be playing her all night long. That's on Monday at 8 p.m. EDT, 2 p.m. 8 p.m. CEST, 2 p.m. EDT. There we go. Yeah, more Zenyi in action. At the Monday episode, we're gonna continue Zenyi. And it's likely that she'll be the star of the whole episode. Unless we somehow beat the game like super fast, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Considering how long Sun Zhang's chapter was. But yeah, with that, thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you guys next week, and will continue this lovely game. And oh, I do get notifications. It's just I see. It's not on the stream. I see it in the Streamlabs OBS. So I did do it correctly, somewhat. But yeah, we are done for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to find out about future streams. I stream every Monday and every Thursday. Horror games on Thursdays. Muso Monday is for Muso games. Now I'm done. Take care, everybody.